We know that obviously Hamas and Hezbollah have been severely degraded. I should just say that we're now hearing an alert, which is an indication that we...
Right. So these are the alerts that go out on all of our phones when you're in Israel. It's a 10-minute warning of incoming missiles or something incoming from Iran. So now the location we're in has a verbal alarm telling people to go down into bomb shelters. So we have about a 10-minute window to get down into a bomb shelter, and we'll continue to try to broadcast from that bomb shelter, and even if we can on the way down. Do you guys want to...
Should we go down, or you want to finish this?
Well, we should probably go down.
We should probably go down.
Let's just make sure. Do we have? Are we able to do that? All right. I think we're going to head down to the shelters. Chuck, do we have capabilities as we go down?
Just checking your microphone. Be ready in a second. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see if we can switch over. So is this actually working?
You guys hear him?
Okay. I'm not. Get here.
What's your microphone?
Okay, I think it's...
Bring your IFB box. Bring your IFB box. Just unplug it.
Should we all go?
Yeah, I think we should all get one. So again, you can hear the sirens going off. This is from the hotel. They're warning all the hotel guests to go down. This is the first time today that we have had an alarm like this. It's obviously something that many here in Tel Aviv have gotten used to over the last 10 or 11 days since this began. We saw there was one alarm shortly after, or several hours after the first strike, the strikes on Iran by the United States. This is the first one we've had this morning. So I'm just going to go down here. And here with Jeremy Diamond. So in terms of this is the first one today, isn't it?
It's the first one, not today, because 7 was the last one. I think we're all a little bit upside down. We're at 3 a.m. Yes, so it is the first one of the day. But what we've noticed, I think, is fewer barrages, but quite high intensity, particularly this morning. I mean, Jeremy, you were there on the scene. The damage was...
Yeah, I mean, there's also been reports that the Iranians have been using different types of ballistic missiles, some reports of cluster munition use as well, and we've seen the kind of impact that can have on the scene. Today I was at a site in the north of Tel Aviv, in Ramat Aviv, where you saw a residential block that was almost, completely obliterated by the power of that blast.
You guys got to press down in the basement, please.
The damage is enormous. More of these ballistic missiles that are indeed getting through those air defense systems. But, quite incredibly, we haven't seen any fatalities in, I believe, a week now, right? The last Monday morning was the last time we saw a fatality. That's, of course, a credit to the aerial defense systems, but more importantly, perhaps, to the early warnings that are getting us into bomb shelters and getting millions of other Israelis
Yeah, and I'm going to take over here from the White House. Kristen Holmes, with senior White House correspondent, as they go into that shelter. We are losing service there, but we expect to get them back at any moment. Of course, hoping that they are safe as this is continuing. Now, I think we have our signal back. Okay, great.
It is a luxury to have a 10-minute warning. Obviously, in a situation like this, in many cases, obviously, rockets from Gaza. Generally, there isn't that like a 10-minute window.
Iran's leadership has absolutely blasted the Trump administration for bombing several Iranian nuclear sites. In fact, the country's foreign minister has come out and said that the United States has begun what he calls a dangerous war, and that there would be, as he also says, everlasting consequences. Now, we are in the Iranian capital, in Tehran, and we've spoken to a lot of folks here on the street. And a lot of them say they are very angry at the United States. They voiced that anger to us and also absolutely ripped into President Trump. They attacked us, she says. We were living our normal lives and they attacked us. If someone strikes the United States, would they not answer? Of course they would. We're not doing anything but defending ourselves. Iranian people are people of honor, and we will definitely give a strong response, this man says. We will stand strongly like we have been for the past 40 years. There is no one dirtier than Trump, he says. First he gives us 2 weeks' time, but then after 2 days strikes us. We do not have nuclear weapons, so why does he strike us? Such a guy only thinks about his own benefit. I support the Supreme Leader with my life, he says. I approve of him, really, because he's moving forward for the sake of our land. So, as you can see, a lot of people saying that, if anything, this has strengthened their support for their leadership. All this, by the way, comes as a lot of folks are coming back to Tehran. A lot of shops are opening again after many people had left, fearing that there could be a big bombing campaign by the Israelis and by the Trump administration. Iran's leadership has warned the U.S. that Iran has many things at its disposal with which it could resist, as it puts it, the United States. One of the things, of course, that they keep talking about is the militias in the Middle Eastern region that are loyal to Iran. There's Iranian commanders who have said, look, next to almost every American military base in the region, there is a militia that is loyal to Iran, and that could cause trouble for the U.S. At the same time, Iran's leadership says it understands that right now it has entered into a phase of serious conflict with the United States.
All right, let me conclude. This is a statement from Donald Trump, quote, "We have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran," etc. I agree. And I want to tell you something. Not only is this news that I've just heard, the second alarming that all of you have just heard, but it is so grossly unconstitutional. All of you know that the only entity that can take this country to war is the U.S. Congress. The President does not have the right